Hi, this is Carl Polachuk, and welcome to this training on Coach Valet, and specifically on customizing Coach Valet once you've signed up. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to give just a tiny little introduction to Coach Valet. I'm going to give a live demo, and what I want to do is just show you how we walk through the menus. It's not really the focus of this, but as long as we're in there, we might as well do it. And then show you specifically the things that you can customize for your own company, and then show you how you can get started. So let's see. I started with the live demo. First, you go to Coach Valet, you log on, and I'm going to log on as Cousin Larry. So we got Cousin Larry's pretty good tech support. I sign in as Larry. And I get his screen. So when you first sign up for Coach Valet, the first thing you want to do is go to your profile. Again, you're logged on as the owner, and there you can customize everything. You've got your company, and you say, oh, you know what, I didn't put in the full address, so there I can correct the address. I can put in other information I want, my website, phone numbers, and then I've got the logo. So I can put in any logo I want. We have some guidelines about the size and so forth. So if you did not upload a logo at the time that you signed up, you can always come in here and put one up. You can always change the logo, do whatever you want. Change the name of your company. And very importantly, over on the right here is a notification section. If something is assigned to you, then you would need to get a notification. If you change something, then whoever you report to needs to get a notification. And so those notifications would appear up here at the top, or you can have them emailed so that you make that selection here company-wide, whether these things will be internal or emailed. Obviously, if they're emailed, you need to give some credentials. So that's that. We go ahead and save that. We come back to where we are. This is the home page, and I'm just going to go through the menus that we're not going to focus on today, just so you get a sense of where we are. In the documents area, you can upload any document you want, and then you're going to be able to attach that or point to it with a ticket or a task that you have. You can do it, and you just click Add New, and it does your standard thing where it browses. Fill in information, title, and so forth, and you can put in any document you want. Managing contacts. I guess this is part of the customization. You can add new contacts here very easily. Again, standard thing, name, address, phone number. You set up a password and who they report to. Managing tasks. When you're logged on as the owner, you see all the tasks in the company. So you can look at, we'll put this at 200 because we know we have 166 tasks. So now I get the full list of all of the tasks in the company. And so some of these you say, well, what does that mean? Well, part of what it means is set up inside the system. So when I go in here, I can put a note that says specifically what I am looking for inside of this task. So when I edit the task, and I put that right here. So when I put in something in the description, I'm going to say this is for PSA workflow setup. Figure out what we need to automate, and then implement it and train the rest of us. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assign that to Jane. And I'm going to say save. Alright. So that's tasks, and then you can easily add any task. You can go straight to adding a task right here. Configuration field, that's the core piece of this. webinar, so we're going to come back to that. My task list just gives you a list of the tasks specifically assigned to whoever's logged on. So I'm logged on as Cousin Larry, so I see his specific tasks, and I can go in and edit that. Here's one where there's a question mark in the middle of the title, so we're going to just get rid of that, just a little fine-tuning. And then finally you have task reports, where you can get reports by various things, grade, and so forth. I do think that the one by priority is the most important report in the company, because it gives you a list of everything, so you can start at what's the most important, and then how are we doing on that. So you know, Jane's learned the goal Valet thing, so maybe I might want to say, okay, we're going to move her from a C to a B, so that's cool. Or you know what, I think she's a C, but I don't know for sure, so I'm going to just request a status update on that. And so I'm going to send it to Jane, and I don't have to put anything in here, but I can if I choose to. So now, internally, because we set up for internal notifications, she's going to have a notification waiting for her. And I say save. So that's the tasks. Now let's look at actually customizing your program. And we're going to start at the bottom, which is the home page. And we see Cousin Larry's pretty good tech support. Please update your... okay. So I'm going to say note, July is a slow month, so let's all get caught up on this. Boom. All right. And I submit that. So now when you go to the home page, it will have that information added to it. Now, to the important stuff in terms of changing the configurations. First, you have categories. We see here that we have 11 categories, and we've listed all 11 of them. So when we look at these, we say, okay, do I want all of these? Administration, clients, finances, general. I don't know what general is. I'm not sure I put anything in a general category, so let me go ahead and delete that. If it's empty, it will let you delete it. If anything has been assigned to that category, it will not let you delete it. Notice also that I can sort everything by what I think is the most important. So these are not in alphabetical order, right? If you wanted to sort them in alphabetical order, they will naturally come sorted that way. But if you say, well, I kind of want sales and marketing to be a little higher on the top, or I want you know, it to be among the few things that are up there, but I might say sales and marketing really should, in this case, I want to make it a little bit lower. We're going to go ahead and put it down to where it would be alphabetically. And there you go. Now, I don't need to save it or anything, because once I change the sort, it just is what it is. You can also add new categories. It's not a lot to fill out, one name, and so any category that you think is useful. You could also use this for a project. So this category could be the Johnson website refresh, whatever. And then you can create things underneath that. You can also customize your grading scale. So when I look at the grades that I have, I've added one here that you don't have out of the box, and that is the no progress status or grade. So when I first create something, I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm sorry, you have no progress. What you don't have, one of the things that I have that you don't have out of the box is the on hold status. So you have a no progress, which is default, but sometimes, you know, we find that we put something on hold, and I don't really want to delete it or archive it. I just want it to be there. So the on hold status allows me to do that. So I created that, and I chose where it would be in the sort for the drop down. Again, same exact thing. You can add whatever you want here, and it's just one little field. If you don't like these statuses, if you don't like the grading scale, you can say, all right, we're going to change this to 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever you want to do, and you can delete all of the ones that you find here and create your own. I will note that if you change the name of a category, right? If you change it from sales to sales and marketing, all of the tasks that have that category assigned to them will automatically have the new category name. So you don't have to do anything. There's no cleanup involved. Same thing with the grades. If I change something from A to 10%, everything that was, or whatever, 90%, everything that was A is now 90%. Priorities, pretty much the same thing. I set up my priorities. I changed the alphabetization because otherwise it would be HLM. And so high, low, medium doesn't make a lot of sense. I have high, medium, and low. You can change this to a 5-point scale, 10-point scale, 7-point scale, whatever makes you happy. And the goal here with all of these grading and priorities is that you may already have a way that you view the world or a way that you manage your company. And if you've already got something in place, this tool should be flexible enough so that you can adopt the tool to fit what you're doing. If you don't have something in place, then we offer up a place to start, a place to get going, and some criteria for making that happen. Again, same thing, you can delete all these, you can add your own, you can rename them, whatever you need to do. And that is pretty much it. You've got your profile, which as the owner is going to include all of these customizations. If you were logged on as a manager, you would not see all of these screens. And let me show you what that looks like, because one of the things you can do as the owner, and only as the owner, is you can log on as one of the users. So I see here that Jane is a manager. So when I log on as Jane, up in the upper right hand corner it says welcome Jane manager, tells you the level, and when it says return to Larry, that means I'm really logged on as Larry and I am impersonating Jane. So this is what Jane sees. Her configuration screen only has managing categories. It doesn't have all of the other stuff. And so she can do some managing of contacts and so forth, but her screen, her menu options are slightly different. Now when I go back and log on as a user who is not a manager, then I see that I have very few menus. I got the home screen, which is where we are now. Documents is going to be the same for everybody. My task list is here, but I can't see all the tasks in the company. The manager can see all the tasks in the company, and the owner can see all the tasks in the company. But as a standard user, I can only see the tasks that have been assigned to me, which right now there are none. And I can get reports of tasks that have been assigned to me. So when I have tasks assigned, I will get those reports. So that is pretty much it. You can customize this. The goal is that it is as flexible as possible. And you can see how it might be possible to go ahead and sign up for the reseller program and sell this into your clients, because anybody could use this by changing categories to be something that's not IT specific, but specific to their company. You can also change all of the tasks. If you are the owner, you can delete every task in the system. So when I ship it with 165 tasks, you can just select them all and delete them or move them to archive. And then there's using Excel spreadsheet, you can import your own tasks and create your own entire goal valet that is not specific to IT. So change the categories, change the grading, change the priorities, change everything you want. So if this is something that you think that you can use internally or for your clients, then you just change it to be however you would like. And that is pretty much it for customizing the Coach Valet program. Now, if you sign up for Coach Valet, here's what you get. You get this completely customizable Goal Valet. Goal Valet is the engine behind Coach Valet. So you get the customizable Goal Valet program preloaded with more than 160 IT-focused tasks that are critical to your success. And it's all cross-linked, so you can assign documents and standard operating procedure links and whatever to every one of the tasks. And of course, unlimited usage to upload and download documents as you see fit for the entire time that you're subscribed to the program. We are going to be hosting how-to videos and best practice videos, and so you'll receive a monthly newsletter about what we've done and where we are, and some tips on how to get started and to make the most progress out of it. As a subscriber, you also get discounts on company SWOT analysis. So if you want an analysis from me or another coach on strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, we can arrange that for you. The standard pricing for Coach Valet is $25 a month for the first user, but you get a couple months free, so it's $249 for the year. Standard pricing for a user is an additional user is $10 a month. Again, a couple months free. You get $99 for the year. So the undiscounted price would be $420, but when you subscribe for a whole year, you get it at $348. During our introductory period, the first 50 users that sign up are going to receive 50% off for 2 users for 12 months. So 2 users, unlimited usage for 12 months is only $174, which should be less than 2 hours of your labor. So if you think that you might save 2 hours of labor or gain 2 hours or $174 worth of value in the next year by organizing the way things are done inside your company, I encourage you to sign up today. Just go to www.coach-valet.com, and if you have any questions, of course, you can always contact me. You can contact me through Coach Valet, or of course you can just find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever. Easiest thing is email, so I encourage you to email me, and those links are, of course, on the website. And there's a form you can fill out if you have questions. Thank you for tuning in. Please tune in again next time, and we'll look at another cool and exciting feature of Coach Valet.